Hey, so I have the V3 rulebook. Warlord Games sent it to me. Thank you so much, Kieran. And I have read through it. I pretty soon I'll start my coverage of that. I will redo all the tutorials. There'll be movement tutorials. There'll be cover tutorials. There'll be all of it. I will restart my channel basically. And I'll also bring in guests, obviously, to talk about their experience with starting a new edition. But I'm also wrapping up the final few bits and bobs for version 2. So this past weekend, I went to military days in the Panzer Museum East here in Denmark. We had a meet and greet with people, showed a lot of other military nerds the nerdy hobby that we share, and try to make converts, basically. So that was all V2. I have a couple of game days. That's going to be V2. A lot of these newbies are going to come to these game days. But I thought I was done with the list reviews for V2 because, I mean, we're less than a month away now. But there's one list I think I should do here because, and this is the one. This is from Mark, and Mark is going to go to his first and only V2 competitive tournament. So obviously I have to help that guy, right? It's not that he's bad or anything. It's just that he asked for help. Of course he's going to get it. I mean, so this is hopefully my last V2 list review. From here on out, it's all V3, baby. Right, let's go and see. I'll share my screen with you guys. Here we go. Share, and there we go. You can see me, I can see you. So here, this is the list. 1100 points, 14 order dice. Mark, 14 order dice is a little, not massively, but a little low. Ideally, it would be 15 to 16. So it's not bad. It's just a little low. You may find that you're going to need a little, like lacking a few order dice. And you can already see here where this, because he's using not one step back. This is for not one step back. He's using a veteran senior lieutenant with extra men. Now, this is very, very expensive. That lieutenant with his 2 extra bodies is more expensive than a full unit of Gurkhas in version 2. So not worth it. I'm saying this as gently and as clearly as I can. It's not worth it. Maybe in version 3, but not version 2. Now, for not one step back, I know this is the Juggernauts who host this. I'm not sure what their rules are for their pack here, so you may be forced into using this. I wouldn't bring it if I could avoid it. Now, Siberians here, these are good, but again, look at the price on these. 173 points. You can get 2 decent units for that cost. That's why your order dice count is a little low. And most people will tell you that anti-tank grenades are not worth it, that light machine guns in units that have submachine guns is not worth it. So unless you're getting that light machine gun for free, I would definitely not bring it. And I know there are packs where you get the light machine gun for free, but unless you're doing that, don't. Just don't. The Siberians work perfectly well with submachine guns. They're all tough fighter, by the way. So they're a real good push unit. But the unit is way too large and has the wrong equipment. The front leg, brilliant. Not one step back, very thematic here. We have a medic, we have more Siberians here. These are small units, tough fighter, light machine gun, and submachine gun. Again, no, don't. There's, and these as a regular. These are not push units. These are not backline units. They're nothing. They're in between. They're 9-man units of what's basically skirmishers. Skirmishers need rifles. You don't need extra gear. That light machine gun for Soviets is not beneficial. For Germans, maybe in V2, V3 though, that's going to be a different ball game altogether. Free rifle squad, because of course you do. Medium machine gun, no. I would never bring one. V3, let's see what happens there. But for V2, not ever. No reason to do so. But if you are going to spend points on it, 35 points is better than 50. Flamethrower team, regular, 50. Yep. Anti-tank rifle team, inexperienced. Oh, yeah. See that one I would want to take regular, because if that's going to be a threat to enemy vehicles, it needs to hit. So the -1 to hit, not great. Light mortar team, much rather take a medium mortar inexperienced. Much rather. An AA gun, yeah, a lot of people like those. T-34 medium tank, that's a good tank, but why again inexperienced? That's a 9+ tank, and you're gonna miss. I mean, already with tanks, you're most likely getting off only you're getting off only 6 shots per game, right? And of those, you'll hit maybe 3 times if you're lucky. So half of them. And now you're inexperienced, and now you're hitting 2 times if you're lucky, maybe. And you're paying 156 points. That's a lot of points for something that's not really going to do much. And if it gets pinned, it's going to be more difficult to get going. I'm not a fan of taking expensive units that have offensive potential with the -1 to hit. I am not a fan of it. So I would change that up again, right? I would change that up. I would definitely cut down on your infantry, cut down on the LMGs, and spend some of those points here on your anti-tank rifle team, your tank, your light mortar. Spend the points here because you need it, right? And that would, again, I think that would give you just a few more points left over. And since it's 1942, I think, yeah, 1942, you might still, at 1942, would it be plausible to still have dog teams? I don't know. Because dog teams are just way better than anti-tank rifle teams. So if you will take dog teams, take one instead. Cheaper as well. Right. That, I think, was it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, everyone who's watched these list reviews. Tomorrow, I'm recording my first V3 post reading video, and we shall see where it goes from there. So yeah, that's it. I will talk to you later. Bye. And let's get off this. It takes a long while. I'm still on a borrowed computer here, so program. I'm not using my regular software, and everything is just messed up. And that's why I'm so green. I'm sorry. Yeah. Cheers.